Hey guys, so you saw in one of my recent videos that I just rescued those 3 geckos from Craigslist. As I mentioned in that video, I am keeping 2 of them, the crested gecko and one of the leopard geckos. Today I am out shopping. I need to get a cage for the leopard gecko. I'm keeping Pablo because he's definitely not staying in a 10-gallon. I know a lot of people say leopard geckos can stay in 10 gallons, but my personal belief is that it's way too small. So I just got down to the Olathe pet shop. I showed this in my, I think it was my last vlog I did that was pet shopping. So hopefully they will have the cage I need. I think I'm going to get him a medium. Piper actually has a large, which I know is kind of ridiculous for a leopard gecko. But just to save a little bit of space since I wasn't planning on getting him, I think I'm going to get him a medium. They're a little bit bigger than like a 20 long, so it's still really, really big compared to what he has now. So hopefully I'll be able to go in and get that for him today. I also need to get him, I'm just going to get reptile carpet for now. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't want to have tile cut and stuff today. So for now he's going to get reptile carpet, and then in the future I'll probably change to tile. I need to get him a couple more huts, and then just like some branches or stuff to climb around on. So let's go into the pet shop and see what we can find for Pablo, and then I will go home and we'll set him up. Okay, so it is actually the next day now. I got super busy yesterday. If you don't know, I actually just launched my own online pet shop. I'll link it in the description in case you haven't checked it out. So I did get really distracted yesterday, so it's the next day, but I'm going to be moving Pablo into his new tank. You can actually see him out right now. I did end up just getting him a medium Exoterra because although it is smaller than Piper's, I know that's pretty standard for leopard geckos, so I went ahead and got him a medium. It's a 24 by 18 cage, so it's still really big. It's a little bit bigger than like a 20-gallon long, so it will give him plenty of space. I went ahead and hooked up the heat pad to the bottom, and then I did have to cut the reptile carpet because they don't make carpets that fit these. So I bought one that was for like a 40-gallon and I cut it down to size. So I went ahead and did that. Now I'll just show you everything I got at the shop, and then we will move Pablo into his new cage. So I'm going to show you everything I got. I also want to mention too that my friend actually came up today to pick up her leopard gecko Sterling. She wasn't going to get him for a few more days, but she was really excited, so she went ahead and drove up today. So Sterling is in his new home already. Steve thinks he needs attention. So let's show you what I got for Pablo. So of course I got him his new cage. Like I said, it is a medium Exoterra. He has carpet, he has a heat pad hooked up to a thermostat. He also is going to be using that warm hide that's in there right now because I just bought that for him the other day along with that water dish. For his humid hide, I went ahead and picked this up. This is technically called a snake cave, but this is what I use for Piper's humid hide, and she really seems to enjoy it. So this is just by Exoterra, and it can go in the top right there. I think it comes with a little bit of moss. I don't use it. I usually just use paper towels. That way there's no risk of impaction. But this is going to be Pablo's new humid hide. Like I mentioned, he does already have a warm hide, but he did need another hide for a cool hide. So I went ahead and picked up this. I've seen these a lot of places, but I've never actually got one. And since I was trying to save a few dollars, since I already spent hundreds of dollars that I wasn't planning on these geckos, this was a little bit cheaper, so I thought I would try it out. This is just a Zilla brand durable den. This is the medium, and it's actually a really nice size. So this is just a nice little plastic hide that's going to be going on the cool side of his tank. And just to add a little bit of decoration and enrichment to his tank, I got this really cool piece of wood. I believe this is called spider driftwood. The Olathe pet shop where I got everything carries a ton of this. So this is a pretty cool piece. I'm not sure exactly where I'll put it yet, but I thought he might have some fun climbing in this and giving him a little bit of enrichment. And then last, I did get one plant for him. I don't put too many plants in the leopard gecko's cages because I kind of give them more of the desert feel. But I did get this. This is an Exoterra plant. It's just like a little fern. I still need to like fluff it up. but I did get this little plant just to add a little bit more enrichment, like I said, and give his cage a little bit of color. So that's everything I got for Pablo's cage. Now it is time to put everything in there and move him over. I'll probably do this either as like a time lapse or just show you little sections, but let's move him into his new cage. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see the cage pretty well. I didn't mention Pablo is actually in my living room instead of the pet room. That's just where I put them right when I adopted them. I do have space in my pet room where I can put him if I want, but I really like having him out in the living room, so he might actually stay out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up his cage out here. The first thing I'm going to add is just his warm hide. This is the hide I bought him the other day. So his heat pad is right over here. So I'm just going to slide the probe in. This probe is for his thermostat, so it stays a good temperature. And we'll just set that right there. That will be right on top of the heat pad. And now I'll go in and add in the other hides. So he has his humid hide. I haven't put any paper towels or anything in there yet. We'll just kind of put that in the back. I usually end up changing stuff up, so this is just kind of a preliminary thing. And then his cool hide will go over here. I'll put it a little bit more towards the front. And then I have to figure out where I'm putting this big piece of wood. I think maybe it will fit in the back corner. Let's see if I can figure this out. It is pretty large. So I'm going to take out the humid hide actually and put this wood in here first. I didn't really think this through before I started. So we'll see how it goes. So maybe set this maybe right in there, and then the humid hide can go back here. It does look pretty full, but honestly I like having it pretty full. That way the geckos feel nice and secure. I don't want to have too much big empty space. And then other than that, I just have his water dish and then this little plant. Let's put this little plant right back here in the corner. So I think that looks pretty good. And then I just have his water dish. So here's the water dish that I was just using in his other tank. I'm going to put it right up here at the front. That way it's just easy for me to refill every day. I'm not going to put it over in this corner because that is his warm hide and I don't want the water over the heat pad. So we'll just sit it right there. So I think that is everything besides putting paper towels in there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Pablo now and we will put him in his new cage and see how he likes it. So I just put Pablo in his new enclosure. I actually didn't film when I transferred him over. I'm not sure if I've mentioned, but he is very skittish right now. The other day I tried to get him because he has a little bit of stuck shed on his toes that he needs some help with, and he did try to bite me the other day. I don't think it's going to take too long to tame him down because honestly he's super interested and he always comes out to his cage to see me. I'm just not sure if he's not used to being handled much or he's just trying to still settle into his new environment. So he's a little skittish, so I went ahead and put him in his new tank. So this is just an overview of his tank. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not sure how long I'll have this carpet before I switch to tile because it's quite a bit harder to clean than tile. But hopefully Pablo has a really great time exploring his new cage. It's over double the size he was used to, so I'm sure he'll really like it. If you guys have any suggestions of things I should add or change in his tank, make sure to let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.